What's up, guys? Welcome to Daily Dose of Reddit. This is your host, Zach, and today's subreddit is r/IDontWorkHereLady. Alright, this story's called Karen Put Her Toddler at Risk by Accident. So here's the cast. There's me, obviously. Karen, manager. Friend, I don't know if it's a boy or girl. Police Officer 1. Police Officer 2. Good husband. Bit of backstory here. I was doing some shopping, and I always dress like I look like I'm homeless. I just like to be comfortable, and my clothes are well worn. So I figured that no one would bother me. I was raised... Well, I basically had to raise myself and my little sister for the better portion of my life, and I decided I would be better than my birthers. I noticed this elderly lady having trouble with her cart and offered to help her out. I went and got her a better cart and swapped all her groceries to the new one. She asked me if I wouldn't mind helping her get the rest of her groceries, and I said I would just after I put the other cart away and tell someone about its defect. One of the wheels was super stuck, like someone had smashed the metal on the wheel. When I got back, I helped her with her shopping. We got to checkout, and I offered to help her load her car. We pack up the car, and she thanks me. I then take the cart back inside. Enter the dreaded Karen. I didn't know it at the time, though. She was quite polite at first. "Can you help me with my cart?" "Sure, I guess I can." By this point, I had time since I had forgotten what I was shopping for, so I figured I would put it in my notes in my phone when I remembered. We go around the store and I help her get her stuff since she was busy with her kids. 2 kids under the age of 5. She asked me to get something from the top shelf. I'm 5'3". I'm short, though slightly long arms. Some of my friends say I'm part orangutan. I try to reach it for her, but can't. I said I can watch the kids for a moment if she wants to try since she's taller. She's about 5'7"-ish, I guess. This is when I get the look. Woo! That look! I knew I was in for a fun time now. Ready for this party to take place. Just a note, not my first Karen rodeo. Excuse you? What? It's your job to help me. You said you would, so do it. Well, sorry, I'm short, bimbo. Smiling at her. How dare you swear around my children? Hey, I've never been a good influence, and I'm not changing that anytime soon. There's a reason most of my family doesn't talk to me. I'm going to get you fired! Oh, you think I work here? That's funny. Get me your manager! Hon, I'm self-employed. I don't work here. I just saw you helping that old hag with her groceries, and now you've been helping me. Clearly, you work here. I was trying to help her because she's nice and looked like she needed help. I'm here shopping for myself. Now remembering that I needed milk and burger meat. Bull! You work here and you need to get me your manager right now! One of my friends worked there at the time, and I messaged her to send a manager to the aisle I was in. Why are you on your phone? You wanted me to get a manager, right? Yeah? So why are you on your phone? I was asking my friend, who does work here, to get her manager. See? You do work here! I'm here every few days because I live close by and have nothing better to do. You are so full of it, don't you dare teach my children to lie! How about I teach your children how to curse instead, you toffee-flying spring luncher? How dare you! What? I didn't say anything bad, did I? You what? Sucks that you can't swear around your crotch spas, right? My grin just keeps getting bigger. Karen pushes me into a stand that was holding some canned goods, and I start to fall over and notice that her, I want to say 3-year-old, was on the other side of it. I spin and flop around like a walrus in a bouncy house to protect the kid. I hate kids getting hurt from adults' ignorance since I was abused as a child. Cans fall all over me and the kid is on the floor, under me, crying from fear. At this point, the manager and my friend arrived to see this wonderful image. Me on the ground, cans everywhere, and a crying child beneath me. I think to myself, well, crap, I'm screwed.
She attacked my child!
Are you for real?
I want her arrested!
Oh, for crap's sake!
You see for yourself that your employee attacked my child!
Well, this is gonna be a fun day, as sarcastically as possible. She's not an employee.
Then why was she helping that hag from before? Wow! How dare you say something like that about that kind elderly woman? What? You know that hag?
And I'm the bad example for your kids, as I'm making sure her child is okay and helping to calm her down.
You stay out of this!
You just said that I attacked your child, who is fine, by the way, not that you seem to care.
Get your hands off my child!
I'm not touching your kid.
Well, it's not like she has rabies or anything.
Gee, what is she? A Maltese? Can we get back to why you think this young woman is an employee here?
Right. She was helping me get my groceries, but then she had the nerve to say that she would be willing to keep an eye on my kids while I reached for my own things off the top shelf. Well, yeah, she's a nice person and helps others. I mean, she used to get in fights in school, but she goes out of her way to help people, even if she isn't very social.
Those fights were fun!
You are so stupid. Just keep your mouth shut before you make things worse.
Okay, with a huge "let's watch this storm brew" smile. So, what exactly is your complaint?
She wanted me to get my own groceries. Your employee wasn't doing their job.
Again, she doesn't work here. I've seen her come here a lot over the last few years, but she doesn't work here. And her mouth is filthy, so we wouldn't hire her anyway.
Damn right.
See? That's why.
Then why would you even let her be a shopper here?
'Cause most of the time she keeps her mouth shut and is kind with a smile. Also, I'm confused as to why you think someone in a raggedy t-shirt and shorts that looked like they were attacked by a weed whacker would be working here and wearing such clothing.
I thought she was one of those undercover people you have.
What?
You have a lot of people working here in plain clothes.
Again? What?
I think she means the plainclothes security. No, I mean the people like that woman over there.
At this point, we are all confused. She pointed at a pregnant woman who is minding her own business. She doesn't work here either.
Whatever, get the police.
This Karen jumps around more than a rabbit with ADD. One topic to the next. It's worse than whiplash. What would you like me to tell the police?
That this woman attacked my child.
We can check the security footage if you would like.
Footage? You have this on tape?
Yes, we have cameras all throughout the store. Yay! So you can see that she pushed me with no regard for her child's safety. Is that true, ma'am?
Of course not. I love my children and would never put them in danger.
Gee, I've heard those words before somewhere.
You shut up.
I was referring to my
I told you to shut up.
Whatever. Would you like me to call the police to handle this? Asking me this time. Nah, the kid's fine and it's not like I'm hurt. I'm used to this kind of crap.
Excuse me, do not ignore me.
Kids, are you two okay?
Yep, that fat girl made sure I didn't get any allergies.
Ah, I'm so glad you're okay.
She just called you fat.
I know, right? Kids are so honest. I'm one of 12. Haven't even met all my siblings. And have almost 20 nieces and nephews, and have yet to meet all of them either. But I am experienced with kids.
You're just as nuts as ever.
I will go check the cameras.
That's not necessary. I want the police here, now.
Someone who had heard her screaming about her kid and wanting the police called the police already, and they were coming down the aisle at that time. What's going on here?
That crude woman attacked my child.
Police Officer 1 to the manager. Is this true? We can check the tapes.
I already said that's not needed. I want her arrested. Why not ask the little girl?
Let's get this all figured out. Ma'am, would you mind coming with me so I can take your statement?
I said I want her arrested!
This goes on for a while. One of the police officers talks to me at the other end of the aisle. What happened here? I told him about how I had helped another woman do her shopping and helped her to her car. Then how this woman had asked me to help her as well. So I did. When I asked her if she could get her own item from the top shelf, she freaked out on me. Then how she was threatening to get me fired and wanting me to get the manager, and then she shoved me with no regard for her child's safety. Okay, I will check what you said. The other police officer was having his fun on the other side of the aisle with this psycho. The police officer that was with me asks the manager if there is a remote way to watch the security footage. The manager tells him he can copy it on a flash and bring out his laptop to play it if that would help. The police officer agrees for the time being, but would like to see the original once his partner was done with the Karen. The manager comes back and shows him the footage and asks if I would like to press charges. No, I know what it's like to be a kid without parents, and I wouldn't want to do that to those kids. She seems like a nice person under normal circumstances. It could just be a bad day for her. Still, no excuse to be such a wonderfully colossal bimbo nugget about it. Okay, so long as you're sure. Yeah, besides, those kids are sweet.
Didn't that little girl call you fat?
So, she's a kid. She has a chance to learn with time. Besides, she's not wrong. I'm a walking whale turd. Police Officer 1, clearly confused and trying to contain his laughter. I need to speak with my partner. He heads over to the partner and shows him the footage and also shows it to Karen.
That footage is doctored!
Little girl, did that lady over there hurt you?
Do not talk to my child. I am her mother. If you have something to say to her, then say it to me.
Ma'am, you need to calm down.
That lady is nice. Shh, do not talk to him.
She snatched the little girl away by her hand. Ma'am, allow her to speak.
Children always lie. Whatever she says is a lie.
At this point, I wanted to punch her out, and my friend saw that. She grabbed my arm to hold me back. She knew full well what I was capable of and didn't want me arrested for assault. Karen's screaming goes on for a while, and now her husband, who had apparently been waiting in the car, comes in. Honey, what's wrong?
No one believes me.
Sir, may I ask you to identify yourself?
Daddy!
She runs up and hugs him. They all start talking as Karen starts to calm down. He explains that his wife is normally very calm, but has been taking a new medication for her mental illness, and it has been having some strange side effects, and provides proof with the bottle with her name on it. I overheard the name, can't remember it now, and knew what it was used for, as a sibling of mine had been on it before and she had similar side effects.
What is going on? Why does no one believe me?
Miss, it's okay. Just take some deep breaths. I had experience in calming down my sibling in a similar way.
Oh, okay.
After a few breaths, I asked her to take a seat on my hoodie, which I had placed on the floor for her to sit on. She was shaking but starting to calm down. During this time, I told Good Husband my 2 cents with that medication and what happened to my sibling, and said that his wife should be checked out by a doctor, preferably ASAP. He said he would since he was clearly concerned.
Is Mommy gonna be okay?
Yeah, she just needs to calm down a bit, that's all. Being a grown-up can be hard sometimes, that's all. After everything calmed down, the officers walk the family to checkout and make sure they get out of the store peacefully. I don't know what happened after that, but I hope everything is okay for them now. In the end, everything worked out and the manager let me get my items with my friend's employee discount. So I saved a few bucks. Sorry for the super long story, but this was something that was important to me and happened somewhat recently, within the last 6 months. Some Karens are just not all there. I do feel bad for this Karen, but I hope she is doing better now. Her kids were so well behaved too, for being so young. Well, my Redditor OP person who has absolutely no problem pointing out their badassery. Very good story, and I feel like you handled the situation very well, and you were being very understanding, which the world needs a lot of. So I feel like this was a pretty wholesome story. If you don't agree, you are just incorrect, my friend. Alright, this story's called Entitled Karen Learns I Don't Have to Help Her. At the start of the Brovid lockdowns for non-essentials, my work actually increased. After a week of 12 to 16-hour night shifts, I come home on my Friday, or what y'all daywalkers call Thursday. I park at my spot and start to walk up to my house when the wild Karen appears. Important info. My wife is a property manager for a trailer park.
Excuse me? I need to bring your wife outside so I can talk to her now!
No, I don't work for the park, and she'll be in the front office once it opens.
You have to! It's an emergency!
Really? Is someone dying or in danger of being injured?
No, it's about this guy's!
Then it isn't an emergency, and like I said, I don't work here and have nothing to do with the park.
Well, as a concerned citizen, you should!
I'm not concerned.
I'll report you to the office if you don't help me!
As I walk inside,
Oh, please don't report me to a place I don't work. Oh, no!
I walk inside, and my wife is getting ready for work, and I warn her she'll be having a random encounter with a Karen today. Her face was, screw my life. When my wife was on break, she told me that the Karen was so worried about dogs she heard barking. Not whimpering, barking like they were playing in a tenant's home, and was going to call the cops to bust down the door to see if the dogs had the Modelo virus and were dying because the owner wouldn't answer her if the dogs were sick. What in the world, dude? Holy crap. I guarantee you, okay, right now, Karens have freaking caused the deaths of people because they overreact and stuff like that. I'm curious, has a Karen ever called the police on you and your buddies just screwing around, having an innocently fun time? Because I'm curious. Stuff like that's just gnarly. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to never miss an episode.